Hey, this is Bill Bowdry from MeditationExpert.com, and I usually give this talk in about 3 hours. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly run through you in about 10, 15 minutes what meditation is. And you can get this in some of our books, 25 Doors of Meditation, but the best one now is our book, The Little Book of Meditation, which tells you what meditation is and how to do it. Because if you don't know what it is, and you don't know how to practice correctly, and you don't set up a schedule, it's very hard to get all the benefits that people promise for meditation, such as the benefits in terms of health and spiritual progress and basically getting rid of stress, being able to change your behavior. All those things only become possible when you set up a meditation schedule and make it part of your life. All right, so most all the religions in the world have meditation in some form or another. It's just that they don't call it meditation, but they have the principles of meditation that are basically installed in the various spiritual practices of various religions. And there's all sorts of methods in the world to basically get you to calm down your thoughts and get mental quiet, get a state of mental peacefulness or silence or stopping or cessation. It just means your mind is empty, quiet. And there's adding methods, subtracting methods, there's mantra methods, breathing methods. They all basically approach the same task from different angles. And Sakyamuni Buddha said years ago, look, you don't have to believe in meditation or basically traditions. Test it. Okay? And that's what I've always put in my books. Here's the method. Here's what will happen. Test it. So I follow Sakyamuni Buddha in that particular principle, which you should use for spiritual practices, religions, and so forth and so on. He also gave a set of teachings on the 5 stages of the spiritual path, and you can see this in our book, What is Enlightenment, the Little Book of Hercules, and the Little Book of Meditation, which basically, regular people in the world are all at the stage of just going to church or the synagogue or the temple or the mosque, and they're just basically trying to do good deeds in the world, be a good person, and study the scriptures, etc., do worship, follow rules of purity, etc., and they're at this first stage of spiritual progress. If you want to make real progress and go up the ladder, you've got to get into meditation, intensified preparatory practices, or spiritual practices that basically have meditation as their core, even though you don't know it. And then basically from that, you can then get what's called the stage of enlightenment, seeing the Tao. And then from there, because there's the initial stage of enlightenment, you can progress to complete and perfect enlightenment. Okay? Now, one of the meditations that I like to recommend to people is a visualization practice. The whole idea is you form a visualization in your mind and you hold it with stability. And this particular practice is called the white skeleton meditation because you visualize that your body becomes just a white skeleton. You start with your big left toe, then you visualize all the bones of your feet as white, shiny white, bright white bones, and then you then go to your right foot, and then you go up, the ankles to the bones in the lower leg, and then you make them white, and then the bones in the right side, and you basically imagine that the flesh is stripped off, and so forth and so on. And basically, this is a meditation method that a lot of people use simply because it teaches them one pointedness, opens up the chi channels in their body, and from this, they start to make progress. There's a lot of details to this, which is why I've explained this in the book, The Little Book of Meditation, The Little Book of Hercules. But I just want to let you know the whole idea of this practice is, it doesn't have to be a skeleton that you visualize. You can visualize a mandala. You can visualize Jesus on the cross. You can visualize Krishna, doing a particular deed. Or Sakyamuni Buddha, you can visualize his countenance or the little curl right between his eyebrows on his forehead. There's lots of methods that basically ask you to visualize something and hold it with one pointed concentration with stability. And that's a form of meditation, because if you do that, your thoughts will calm down. It's just that this particular meditation has lots and lots of benefits other than just holding on to a mandala that's complicated and trying to come up with an empty mind that way. Now, there is also the meditation method of reciting prayers or mantras. You keep reciting a prayer, and when you recite the prayer, you hold the thought of the prayer. You reduce it to a thought, and you hold the thought of the prayer. If you're reciting a mantra, you recite the sound of the mantra, and you listen to the sound of the mantra. The mantra does not have to have a meaning, such as a prayer, okay, which you would hold with one pointedness, and you would just recite over and over and over again. But with a mantra recitation, or japa in Indian or in Hinduism, you basically recite a sound like Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. First, some people do it out, literally or externally where you can hear it, oh, money buy me home. And then later what they do is they just do it internally. Internally is best. And they're doing that all day long and just listening to it. And that will calm thoughts. So you can recite the mantra or you can recite a prayer. The best thing about a mantra is mantras were given by enlightened beings who promised they'd help people succeed on the path. And what you do is you recite their mantra and you're basically plugging into their power or their ability to help you because you've chosen their mantra, and they will lend assistance that way. And that's sort of the esoteric or secret behind mantras. All right. Now, are there proven effects of meditation? We've been through two methods already. Sure, it lowers blood pressure, serum DHEA, your pulse rate, all the things that are involved with stress. Okay, and in fact, there have been cases where meditation, if you do thought-free meditation, emptiness meditation, can help with cancer. But basically what you usually want to do with cancer is you want to visualize that your body burns away or has been burned by light and you become only light only. This helps with some, people. Okay, there are actually visualization methods, for instance, in the Buddha Sutras, where you visualize, Amitofo's realm and this and that, which are very extensive, meditation visualization methods, but only, what's called eighth stage bodhisattvas can do it. So they help heal the body too, but they're so complicated. It's very, very hard to do those, There are various meditations for healing, um, headache, grief, worry, stress, all sorts of things like that. And at the lower stages of the path, everything is based on this fact that your consciousness or your thoughts and the chi of your body are linked. So if you meditate, your thoughts will calm and the chi of your body will renew its circulation. It will basically rejuvenate the correct circulation in the body that helps heal the body, because thoughts and chi are interlinked. So some people focus on chi through breathing. They affect the chi of their body or the yang chi of their body or the prana of their body or the life force of their body through breathing exercises or martial arts, and then their consciousness calms down. Meditation works on consciousness, and then your chi calms down, and it will basically start flowing through the meridians or acupuncture meridians in the body that are the ones that will bring health and rejuvenation. There's lots and lots and lots of basic principles involved in meditation, such as this. Another one is cessation and contemplation practice. The basic idea in most schools, okay, and this method was promoted by Confucius. It's in the Tentai school of Zen. Socrates recommended it. Benjamin Franklin recommended it. It's basically you just watch your thoughts. If you're watching your thoughts all the time, like a third-person observer, that's called Vipassana, eventually they'll calm down. And when they calm down, you won't be tied by thoughts and desires anymore, and you can start changing your fortune. And so basically, you just start watching your thoughts. You realize they're always coming and going, and that helps you let go. And then eventually they die down and you reach what we call emptiness of mind, or cessation, or silence, or peacefulness. And this is what you do with prayer, is you recite a prayer until you reach the state of cessation. And then you carry that over into regular life, and that's the spiritual path. There's nothing really strange about it, really. That's all it's involved with, okay? Now, I've given, in 7 minutes or 8 minutes so far, a really quick introduction to something that usually takes me 2 to 3 hours to teach people how to do it. The big thing is you have to start upon a meditation practice, whether it's watching thoughts or listening to thoughts in your mind, and therefore that you recite over and over again so that they therefore calm down, or holding on to a visualization so that thoughts calm down and you produce concentration. So many methods out there work. What doesn't work is this idea that, okay, I can visualize something, it will come to me. If it's not in your karma, it's not going to come. So my teacher always said, all these people, claiming that they're the people who already have a great life, saying, oh yeah, I got it because of that. That's already in their fortune. He always said, oh look, if I can't get them that way, and he was enlightened, why cheat people? It's all basically focusing on wandering thoughts. So what you have to do if you want spiritual progress or meditation progress is a very simple formula. You have to have a method, and with patience, discipline, practice, and time, you'll get the result. The result will be a calming of your thoughts. The chi channels of your body will open and your chi will become better. Your health will get better. And because you are watching your thoughts, you can change your fortune, you can change your mind, you can police your behavior. And that's it. You can find this in our book. The best book is The Little Book of Meditation, but Lots of stuff is in the little book of Hercules and in our new book, What is Enlightenment? I hope that helps, and good luck on learning to meditate.